I'm an author and reader, Abby Goldsmith, and today I'm going to be talking about the book series Alex Delaware, which is kind of like a murder mystery series written by Jonathan Kellerman. So I just finished reading Open Season, which is the 40th book. I'll say a few good things and bad things about this series. For one thing, it is a little bit of a cozy mystery in some ways, which I don't normally read. And I think I started to read these mostly because I was living in LA at the time, Los Angeles, and the series takes place there. And I wanted something that was kind of fast-paced and fun and light reading. And so this series fits the bill. You don't need to read them in order. I'm going to say that it was kind of the third book in the series that really got me into it. These books do have some hits and some misses, but they kind of all have the same baseline of cozy mystery. And the main character is Alex Delaware. He's a psychologist, and he works with a police detective named Milo. Now, the two of them just kind of have this partnership. There's no real contention or anything like that. So if you're expecting a lot of banter, there's some banter and there is some fun moments, but it's not like any kind of power progression or any kind of contentious relationship. Kind of one of the nice things about the series, in fact, is that the author kind of makes a point of showing that, they're just friends. It's just a nice friendship. And the main character also has a nice home life where he's happily married and he has dogs, and it's just kind of nice. So I think it kind of gives readers a glimpse into normalcy. Now, I would say that one of the more downsides to this, if you're a younger reader, or even a reader under the age of 60, it's written by a boomer. And there are a few kind of tells, I'd say. It's not bad, it's not egregious to me, but the main characters are clearly not dealing with modern problems or problems that a younger person or a middle-aged person of today might be dealing with. The mysteries themselves tend to be pretty fun. They have these characters interview people. You get to see a glimpse into how people react to being told their loved one is dead or they've been accused of murder and all that. So there's some drama. And I enjoy that. And this latest book, I would say, it falls into line with the rest. It was fun. The ending was a little bit morally iffy, but hey, that comes with the territory of a murder mystery. Overall, if you're going to start reading this series, I would actually recommend that you don't start with the first one. You might want to start with the third one, or with any of if you just read the blurbs, any that catch your fancy. I don't live in LA anymore, but I have to say that still reading this series brings back a little bit of Los Angeles nostalgia. The series does have a good kind of feel for the area. Now, if you're a fan of something like the TV show Bosch, which is based on the Michael Connelly novels, this is probably up your alley. It's a little bit less gritty and hardcore and a little bit more cozy. Murder mystery is murder mystery, and I think any kind of a whodunit can be fun because, as a reader, you're wait a minute, you're kind of misled, or you're led down different paths. This particular one, I found this in some of his later novels, I'd say within the last 10, where as a reader, I can think of other options that they haven't thought of. So I feel like if this was a real police story, the detectives would be getting tunnel vision, which isn't a good thing in an investigation. In the case of Open Season, they develop a theory pretty early on, which is that the killer might be some kind of vigilante or doing something for justice. And I was reading it thinking, or it could be someone who thought the person dumped the body the wrong way and is retaliating for that reason. It doesn't have to be necessarily a vigilante thing. Little quirks like that annoy me a bit because I feel like in a realistic police investigation, they need to be thinking more broadly. And so I'm going to chalk that up to the author perhaps not thinking through all the implications. It's weird. I still enjoy the series just because of the camaraderie, the banter, the cozy atmosphere, the Los Angeles nostalgia. And, yeah, so I'll say it's one of the few mystery series that I just keep reading, picking up the next book, and happy reading. Once again, my name is Abby Goldsmith.